Before we begin, this video contains real discussion about depression, suicidal thoughts, emotional relapse, and anger. If you are not in a space to hear this right now, protect your peace. And if at any point you feel overwhelmed, reach out to someone, a friend, a family member, a crisis hotline. You matter more than a moment. Now let's talk. You're watching Overcoming with Ray Latour. I hope you enjoy the show. Before we begin, this video contains real discussion about depression, suicidal thoughts, emotional relapse, and anger. If you are not in a space to hear this right now, protect your peace. And if at any point you feel overwhelmed, reach out to someone, a friend, a family member, a crisis hotline. You matter more than a moment. Now let's talk. Smiling in public, bleeding in private. That's not a clever title. That's survival. You ever notice how good you've gotten at performing? I'm okay. I'll be alright. Things like that. I can walk into a room, crack jokes, hold conversations, encourage people, be the strong one. And nobody knows that an hour earlier, I was sitting in silence, fighting my own thoughts. Nobody sees that part because I don't let them. And that's the mask. Now let's break this down. When you survive something big, people expect you to be permanently healed. When you're the motivational one, people expect consistency. When you're the faith driven one, people expect strength. So what do? You deliver, even when you're exhausted, even when you're angry, even when your brain feels like it's glitching. You perform, not because you're fake, but because you don't want people to worry, because you don't want to look unstable, because you don't want to lose momentum, because you don't want to be seen as slipping. So you smile, you post, you encourage, and then you go home and collapse internally. That's the mask. And the mask, guys, it works, which is what makes it dangerous. Here's something nobody talks about. The strong one doesn't speak up easily because when you're the one who people lean on, you feel like you're not allowed to fall. You don't want to burden anyone. You don't want to sound ungrateful. You don't want someone to say, I thought you were better now. That sentence alone is heavy. I thought you were better. Healing is not a straight line, it's waves. And sometimes the wave hits when you're unprepared. And instead of saying, hey, I'm struggling, you say, I'm good because it's easier, because it ends the conversation. It end because vulnerability is risky. If you've ever been the strong friend who secretly needs someone to check on them, sus- subscribe to Overcoming with Ray Latour. This isn't about numbers. It's about community. If you're tired of pretending, if you're tired of polished lines, hit subscribe. We're not faking strength here. We're building it. Let's talk about the quiet moment after the performance. The door closes, the lights are off, your phone is down, and suddenly the silence is loud. That's when the thoughts start. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just heavy. Are you slipping? Why are you tired again? Why can't you just stay stable? And then comes the guilt. You think about your family. You think about the people who support you. You think about everyone who believes in you. And you feel like you're letting them down just by struggling. That's how twisted depression can be. It convinces you that feeling bad is failure. Let's talk about the anger now, because nobody talks about that part. Depression isn't always sadness. Sometimes it's frustration. Frustration that you have to fight this again. Frustration that you did the work, you took the medication, you prayed, you grew, and it still comes back. You start questioning yourself. Am I broken? Is this permanent? Why can't I just be normal? And that question right there, that's dangerous because it turns inward. And when anger turns inward, it becomes self destruction. That's why I'm speaking now, before it grows. Here's what I'm realizing: the mask may protect you in public, but it suffocates you in private. And I refuse to suffocate silently. So this is me taking the mask off. Not because I'm weak, but because I'm human. Smiling in public, bleeding in private, but not hiding anymore. In part two, we're going into the war inside the mind. And that one is heavier. If you made it this far, I'm proud of you. Live, laugh, learn, and stay positive, even when positivity feels distant. I'll see you on part two. I love you guys.